Right, just before I start the video, I'd just like to give a big shout out to Akali Amethyst. I probably just butchered her deviant name there. I do apologise, my dear, for my mispronunciation if it was involved. I will be putting a link to there. Oh, this is a good start, isn't it? I'm buggering it all up. Right, yes, I will put a link in the description to her deviant page. Again, thank you very much for letting me use your design. I did alter it a little bit myself personally, and the tattooist also decided to alter a few things himself as well. End of the day, he knows what works best on skin, so we did discuss it before he did it. Note to people who are getting a tattoo of their own personal design. Talk to the tattooist. If he thinks something will work better, let him explain why. Trust me on this. Anyway, let's get on with the video, shall we? Right, you decided to get your first tattoo. I'm going to walk you through the healing stages now. The picture you're looking at now is day 1. You can see the blood going in, yeah. Look at the muscle, the nose. A bit of a red line there, there's a bit of blood there. If you look closely, you'll see bits of blood everywhere, but hey, there you go, that's day 1 for you. Just to be perfectly clear, the first few days of healing, you've got to keep your tattoo very clean. Wash it at least 3 times a day. Me, I spent a lot of time under the shower. And for the night time of day 1, wrap it up in cling film, tissue at the bottom to catch the blood that will run down due to gravity. Keep it wrapped up. First night, always a good idea. Keep it wrapped up so you get used to sleeping on certain sides of your body. Or else you don't want to be waking up in the morning with a tattoo stuck to the bed. Trust me on this. We're going to be looking at day 2 now. Look how much brighter she looks on day 2. The bleeding stops. The tattoo looks gorgeous. Does admit it, that looks nice. But we're not anywhere near the worst part of the healing yet. This is still just very tender. You look at the redness around the outside of the circle. Look at the bruising. Tenderness is the worst part of it. The second worst part is, hence why all the cleaning is, your tattoo will seep a lot. It will go gooey. You want to wash that off. Get washed off. Keep it clean, but allow it to dry a little bit in stages. So wash off, allow it to dry, give it 4 or 5 hours, have another wash. Then rinse and repeat. Pun intended. Moving on to day 3. This picture's a little bit blurry, I do apologise for that. I was using a mobile phone. My main camera decided to pack him on me on the most inconvenient of times. But hey, back to the video. If you can look on this, the scabbing has actually started to, well, scab up now, go a bit crispy. If you look at her eyelashes or any areas of black, they look slightly raised up. You will find normally outer lines, black work will actually raise up and start to scab sooner than coloured areas. Don't know why, it's just one of them things. Again, still sticking to the routine about 3 or 4 showers a day. That's myself personally. You probably could get away with just 3, but I recommend 3, no less than 3 times a day. That's a magic number. It comes in 3s, that's what we say. Again, avoid sleeping on it. There's nothing worse than peeling yourself off your own bed sheets early hours of the morning to find an imprint of your tattoo on your lovely clean sheets. Plus, it never goes down well with the ladies. They always seem to moan when extra washing is involved. Day 4. Things are starting to dry out a bit now. If you look, you can, and it's a bit blurry again, I know, I saw it, but look at the wings. You see them cracks? Yeah, that's the scabbing starting to rise up. Ooh, it's starting to get crispy now, and during all this time, it is painfully sore. I don't know if it was just me on my back this year, but God, I was in agony with this one. I had to pad it dry so gently, it was unreal. The pain just went straight through my teeth. Hope I haven't put you off getting a tattoo now. And this is day 5. We're almost done scabbing, as you can see. Look how much drier that looks. You can definitely see the cracking now. You can't even see the stars in Luna's tail anymore. They've completely disappeared under the layer of dryness that's rising up out of my skin. But in all honesty, it's healing quite nicely now. I'm healing all natural for the purposes of this video. At this point, people would generally say, oh, start putting creams on it and stuff like that, but I didn't use any creams for healing this tattoo. I did this all natural for the purposes of this video. I hope you appreciate the pain I went through. Day 6. big difference. I took this picture under a less natural light at night time, just so you can see some of the shadowing. Look how far that scabbing's come up out my skin in 24 hours. Well, I won't say 24 hours, probably a little bit longer, but you get the idea, a day. But this is where it's dried up now. You could theoretically start sleeping on it now, because the scabbing's there to protect the tattoo. You've got your protective layer, basically. You could lie on it, but again, it is still very tender and sore. This is also the point where the tattoo will feel tight on the skin, as if it's pulling at your skin literally, and you feel like you want to flex your arm a lot. I recommend you do that. Keep the movement in there. Keep the slack there if you can. Just not so much that you crack the scabbing. Do not crack your scabbing. Do not pick your scabbing. Do not crack your scabbing. It is very important that you do not pick your scabbing. Day 7. Again under natural sunlight, so doesn't look as bad as it did under the other light, did it? But as you can see, gone very dry. Scabbing is basically, it's scabbed up now. The scabbing will rise up even more still, because then today it's a natural process of healing. The scabbing rises up, drops off, what's underneath is perfectly healed. You'll see that in a few pictures down the line, trust me. But again, day 7, as you can see, you can still see the picture basically, but some things are looking pretty blurry now. This is the time when people start to worry. This is when they get tempted to pet the scab to have a look underneath. Don't peck under the scab. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine. Don't touch it. Don't peck it. You'll just make it worse. You'll make it look terrible if you peck. Pecking is bad. The main key is wash, 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 wash. I said it more than 3 times that time, but this is true. Washing the tattoo will knock off any dead scab. You don't need to peck it. Just clean it. If it's starting to feel itchy and what have you, go have a wash. The itchiness will go away afterwards. Right, I've taken you through the first 7 days of healing. Now I'm just going to jump straight into the middle of week 2. Else we'll be here all day chatting about how different minute details of healing, but we basically got to the scabbing. That's the most important part. Look at the bottom of the circle. See that bit hanging off? That's when I've just padded the tattoo dry. I did not pet that off. That is actually falling off naturally. That's what you want to happen. The scabbing is just to fall off. If you wake up in the morning, there's blits of scab all over your bed sheets, good. That's perfectly normal. As long as you don't stick to your bed sheets, great. Bits of scabs are all over there, great stuff. When drying the tattoo, you don't want to rub it, you want to pat it. Sometimes it might be an idea to get someone to pat the tattoo down for you, especially if it's on your back like on me. On the front of your body it's not an issue, but when it's on your back it's a bit hard to pat your own back sometimes. Especially if you're a, stiff old git like me. And following traditions of the last photo, straight into week 3. This is round about the middle of week 3 again. As you can see, most of the scabbing has fell off. If you look around on the circle as a clock face, if you look around about 11 o'clock, you can see some thick scabbing still there, and a little bit around about the 7 o'clock mark. Sometimes part of the tattoo will tend to heal slower in certain areas. That's mainly where the shoulder joint is, where there's a lot of movement going on, so the tattoo's probably having a bit of a fight to heal up in that area because of the movement always going on. So don't worry about that. If it's just a bit of hard skin, fair enough. Just again, just let it naturally fall off. It will eventually. They always do. But that's the main thing. Patience is the key, my friends. Well, one of the keys. I say there's 2 important keys. Patience and cleanliness. Right, taking you through the healing stages. That's how it looks in the end. This is around about week 4, I should say, so it's looking nice, looking nice. Oh, and just on a side note, the ponies at the bottom, Applejack, Twilight, Rarity, Fluttershy, oh, and even Rainbow Dash. The tattooist touched them up for free. He wasn't too happy, he didn't think the colours were vibrant enough, so he decided to give me some more. Now that's artistic pride. And talking about artistic pride, I would just like to say a very big thank you to Spike, the young lad that tattooed all my ponies on me, except for Pinkie Pie. I believe that was Paris that tattooed Pinkie Pie. Ah, God, the years have flown by. I remember when Spike was coming in the shop with everyone's dinner and papers. God, you were young back then. Oh, I'm so old now. Oh, but I still feel young when I get a new tattoo. You feel rejuvenated once you get a bit of ink in you. Again, I take my hat off to Phil Bond's tattoo studio. Not just Spy, but every single one of the chaps and ladies working in that shop. They are all extremely, very well talented. The other tattoos I've got on my body, 95% of them were done by other tattoos from this same studio. So thanks again, Phil Bond's Tattoo Studio, for all the hard work and dedication you've put into my skin. I love you all. And no pony fans, you did not hear wrong. Spike is actually the name of the guy that's done the majority of my pony tattoos. Peace. And remember, most importantly of all, don't let the bastards grind you down.